Hello, my fire signs. Welcome back. I'm here to do your mid-month reading for July. We're going to take a look into the cards, see what's in store for you for the last 2 weeks. We're going to see if we can get you some insight, some messages, guidance, something like that. Now, this is a general reading, so it cannot apply to all. However, if you have Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius in your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, this reading could be for you. If it doesn't resonate with you, please let it go. If only some of the messages resonate with you, take that and let everything else go. And again, never please give your power away to a reading, because you always have free will to change anything at any given point. If you guys need your own personal reading, all that information is in the description below. I'm also offering the coaching and tarot combo. And I want to thank you all so much for your support on my channel. I appreciate it so much. If you enjoy these videos or you find them helpful, just liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting is one of the easiest ways you can support my work. And I really greatly appreciate it. And I want to say thank you to all of you who've donated or booked personal readings with me. It's a pleasure to get to know you and to assist in any way that I can. All right, fire signs, let's jump into your reading and find out what's in store for you for the first 2 weeks, or sorry, no, the last 2 weeks of July. Okay, I'm going to put you over here. We're going to take a look into the sacred geometry deck here. And I'm only taking one card here. So can I get one card for fire signs? What is in store for them for the last? And okay. We have consciousness coming out. So the frequency of consciousness supports our ability to focus our attention on all the multidimensional aspects that show up so that we can include them in our reality. So before I started your reading, fire signs, I kind of got this image of a light bulb, and I was just kind of was understanding that either some major clarity or ideas are coming in for you, almost like a eureka moment, like it's like bam, like the light turns on. And so for you, this frequency of consciousness, I just get that sense that you're going to be pulling in like new concepts or ideas into your reality for the last 2 weeks of July that are going to be very helpful to you. Or that frequency of expanding your consciousness, tuning into the consciousness, perhaps it might be even the collective consciousness will play a certain role here. So let's take a look into my fairy oracle and find out what's in store here for fire signs. Can we get any more messages? We've got one here. Ooh, okay. We have Iris of the Rainbow. So Iris of the Rainbow, look, oh my gosh, the colors are so similar too to the consciousness card. So Iris of the Rainbow talks about storms passing, that there may have been some period of turmoil or things not exactly going according to plan. And when she shows up, it talks about how the clouds are parting, the rainbow is going to be appearing. It doesn't necessarily mean it's completely over, the storm, but it does talk about the sense that it's all coming to pass. Like it's starting to fade away. It's in the clearing part. And we have, oh wow, this guy just keeps coming out. He came out in water signs as well. You have the Sage. Okay, again, the palette of colors here is very interesting. We've got deep blues and violets, pale gray. It's almost like when I'm looking at the Sage card here, it's almost like you're willing the storm to pass. It's almost like you're tapping into, it's like you're tapping into your own consciousness, but then again, the collective as well. And it's like you're having some sort of mass impact on something even greater than what's going on in your own situation. like you may not even realize it, but your ability to move mountains, I just heard, is kind of coming into play in the last 2 weeks of July. Okay, so yeah, okay, this is going to be a very mental last 2 weeks I'm getting for you guys, fire signs, that the mental power that you have. When I talk about that, I mean also using your visuals, your visual abilities, using the mind to really harness some great powers here for shifting some sort of energy out of a darker period, is what I'm kind of really getting for you, fire signs. Okay, let's go into the tarot and see if we can get some, I'm just going to move this here. Okay. See if we can get some more answers for my fire signs. What is going on? This feels very intriguing. Okay. Interesting. All right. We have the Empress, but she's in reverse. The Empress here. So, you know, she's very much the fertile, abundant nurturer, the divine feminine archetype in the tarot. She's in reverse. The message that's really coming through as to why this is in reverse, fire signs, is because I'm getting the sense that you guys are going to be much more in a masculine energy. But I also sense the reason why she might be in reverse is that this period, this storm-like period that is coming to pass, had to deal with not being really grounded in that nurturing energy, not being really grounded in the abundance. I get the sense there may have been some sort of lack energy that was surrounding you or a situation. Yeah, it's more of like a lack energy that's kind of coming through as to what you're trying to shift right now with your mind. Wow, okay, these are all coming out in reverse. And I gotta tell you, I'm wondering, I picked the deck up in a really weird way. After I finished shuffling, I picked it up in a reverse way than I usually do. But I guess, so it is. We're gonna read them as they come out. So we have the High Priest in reverse. 2 major arcanas now. High Priest. Okay. So look at his hand with his 2 fingers up, and this is going to sound so silly, but the message is to draw upon this, that it's almost like, you know, when you want to know which way the wind's blowing, and so you kind of lick your finger and you stick it up in the air. I get that for some reason they just really want me to focus in on this, and I've never focused in on this before on this card. With it being in reverse, so the High Priest, there's a very, this is also a very divine card. It's the Hierophant in traditional tarot. It talks about deep wisdom, learning, also kind of like a sage. There's a lot of sage energy in the High Priest. With it being in reverse, I'm getting the sense that either you or someone else around you just wasn't paying attention to the signs, is what I'm hearing. They were ignoring the signs, or you were ignoring the signs. Someone around you was ignoring the signs. Okay? It's either you or someone around you. Okay, so I'm getting a sense that fire signs, whatever has happened in the past that kind of had this stormy kind of weather energy around it, was a result of not paying attention to signs, not paying attention to your intuition, being a little ungrounded. And because of it, there's a hard lesson was had to be learned here. Let's go further into this fire signs and find out. And that's why like there's this openness of consciousness asking you to really like tap into this, because you actually have the ability to completely shift the situation. It's just going to require you to really tap in. To really tap into the higher parts of yourself that I believe are trying to speak to you. Okay, what other messages do we have here? For fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sag. What else do they need to know? Okay. We have the Six of Pentacles coming in. So this talks about giving and receiving, a balance of giving and receiving, balance being restored here. This could be regarding some sort of financial situation or a situation regarding the home environment, business, or this could just be bringing in the energy of restoring value, a balanced value back in here for you. Oh, let's see. I'm getting also a sense from looking at that card, fire signs, that you're being, golden nuggets of truth are being dropped down into your hands, but the proverbial hand, but they're coming in through this openness of consciousness. So really like expanding your mind and expanding your reality to allow this, these golden nuggets of truth to come in. What other messages do we have here for fire signs? Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Here we go. Okay. We have the Moon coming in. So again, the Moon to me is always, it's a very divine feminine card. So this is about your intuition. Okay, the Moon to me has a lot to do with intuition. But it's also about bringing light into the darkness. It's about shining light into the shadows where not many people really want to go. So I get this sense that you are going to be a force to bring forth the light into this situation that I believe you may have been a bit timid or scared of doing, or people around you have been afraid to do, and you're kind of stepping up into that. And I believe that some of these truths that are being dropped into you are going to really be helping you to guide you through this. I get, you know, the moon talks to me too about, you know, it's the evening, it's the dream state that you may have been having dreams that are kind of giving you some sort of guidance, or like, I don't know if you felt like in your dreams that you're on a mission and you're like trying to solve something, or you're trying to like win a battle. And those, if you're having those kinds of dreams, they're there to give you insight into how to weather the storm or be part of the clearing. Okay, any more messages here for fire signs? So you guys have 3 major arcanas already, so this is a pretty like strong energy. It's an important energy. It's an important part. Like, it's got some significance to it. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. This card has come out in every reading so far. You guys are my 3rd reading. So the 8 of Swords in reverse. And it's come up in reverse like every single time. It's so funny why this card. So this is good though. This is good because this is talks about releasing the mental constraints. Okay, the things that are really kind of shutting your ability to look beyond fear, look beyond anxiety. And this is kind of talking about like, I feel like you're ready to kind of really let that go by bringing some light into this dark matter. But you also have the 8 of Cups coming in. 2 8s. 2 8s came up in the water signs too. What's going on with the 8s? Karma, law of cause and effect. You know, in this particular 8 of Cups, it's in the evening. She's looking over the water to the moon, the stars. I feel like, okay, this also may have something to do with the lunar eclipse coming up. That there's some sort of like, I'm really getting the sense there's going to be a massive clearing here. There's going to be some sort of massive clearing. You're walking away from something, or you're leaving behind an energy that isn't serving you. I think you're also looking to, I think you're looking towards your intuitive abilities as well, you know, with all this water here. I think that you're starting to really kind of take notice more in these last 2 weeks of July, how intuitive you actually are, fire signs, how much information you're actually being given. It's just a matter of tuning in. And for some reason, I get the sense that whatever you were going through, or whatever the situation that came up around you that was kind of felt really dire, it didn't feel like it just felt kind of like spinny, like lots of like chaos, that part of it is, I do believe it was a lesson. And now with the 8s coming up, yeah, it was like a karmic lesson. Like there was some sort of lesson in here for you to really learn from. But it was important for you to have this lesson because the information that you're now receiving is making an impact in bigger ways in how you move forward. I don't know what this is all about though. Like, what is this all about for you, fire signs? Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. So now we have the Chariot and the Knight of Pentacles coming in. So as you're walking away and turning away from this, you're gaining a lot of momentum. You're gaining a lot of momentum. This is so interesting. What an interesting 2 cards to come up. Okay. So you're gaining a lot of momentum in a forward direction that, again, with this Chariot card, it's all in the clouds. Like I really feel like the momentum is seriously guided by a higher power, guided by your ability to tune into either even your own higher consciousness, but also I believe like the collective consciousness. I really feeling like there's like a mass kind of teaching here or lesson or something that you're working on that you're trying to help shift. With the Knight of Pentacles coming in here too, the Knight of Pentacles, as much as it's slow, I don't get the sense that the slow energy is what this Knight of Pentacles is coming up for. Although I will say the Knight of Pentacles always crosses the finish line. So you are definitely going to be completing this with honors, and you're going to be completing this. You're going to be completing this the achievements are going to be a little bit better than what you're anticipating for yourself. So the Knight of Pentacles, though, has this really steady, loyal, it's the steady energy that's really coming through right now. It's like you've got 2 feet firmly on the ground because you didn't before, and now this is kind of speaking more to that grounded, steady energy, but also the energy of knowing you're going to finish what you started. It could also talk about like some sort of offer coming in or some sort of gesture either you're making to a situation or someone's giving to you to assist in this. A gesture that has to do in a sense of you may be getting some financial support, or you may be just getting support that helps you in a financial situation around this. I'm getting the sense that this has to do with like a business or a business model or like a purpose that you want to fulfill that you'd like to bring into part of your business or something like along those lines. Oh, nice. Okay, we have the 10 of Wands in reverse. So again, it's this speaks to that storm energy, like it's over, it's ending, it's coming to a close. This long, hard cycle of whatever you've been carrying, this hard burden, it's getting released. There's a lot of forward movement here. The clouds are parting, the clarity's coming in. There's not as much confusion. Part of this is due to the fact that you're really bringing in a higher sense of what's going on. You're willing to take the higher perspective. You're willing to finally let your intuition guide you. Okay, one more card here for fire signs. We get one more card for fire signs. Two, like half the deck. Okay, interesting card to come up at the end. We have the Strength card, but it's in reverse. Someone in this situation is feeling hopeless. Or they're feeling a little bit defeated. And I get that I don't think this is you, fire signs. I don't feel like this is you. It could be, but I'm not feeling that. I mean, you could reverse the energies and it could be you, and I could be speaking, like this whole reading could be more of someone's coming in to really help you in a situation and help you see things from a higher perspective. But to keep things less confusing here, I'm getting a sense that you're helping someone who feels hopeless. Like you're coming in to weather this storm, and it's almost like you're the knight in shining armor who's really coming in here to say, okay, this can't go on anymore. We're putting a stop to this. And that's kind of what I'm picking up with that strength card in reverse. Yeah. But I do get the sense, though, fire signs, that this is a big lesson. This is a big lesson here. That whatever has been going on, it's been a lesson of fortitude. It's been a lesson of perseverance. And it's also a lesson that's been helping you to really expand your own abilities or capabilities in using the mind. Using the mind to, I'm really, like, the mind, understanding there's a lot of power here for you behind. So power of intention, power of visualization, these kind of things. Really seeing the timeline play out in the most favorable outcome. This is what I'm feeling, fire signs, is really important for you right now as you move forward and clear the clouds, part the clouds, bring light into the darkness, bring light into the shadows, where I think it feels to me like certain people are really scared to do. And I get the sense, fire signs, that this is playing into a bigger concept on a collective level, that this is somehow helping to clear the collective consciousness as well. So I'm not sure exactly what it's pertaining to, what you're working on exactly, but it's having a mass impact on levels beyond just your current situation. It's almost like your situation is a surrogate for the collective consciousness, if that makes any sense for you. So I'm just starting to lose my voice a little bit. So I'm going to end it here. Fire signs, I love you. Thank you so much. If you need your own personal reading, again, all that information is in the description below. Thank you so much for your love and support. I will be back with you guys soon.